Olive, welcome. Thank you. We use material from nature every day. Take a look at the concrete floor you're stepping on now and think about where this raw material coming from. They are made of sand and gravel we dig out from somewhere else. But have you ever questioned what these places have become? Honestly, me neither. Not until my in-laws' family in Germany received a mining notice, which means their living farmland will become this: a 13-meter deep ground in the hold. Interestingly, the groundwater table at that area is very shallow. Therefore, after mining is over, this hole will naturally fill with water and become a lake. Well, a lake house doesn't sound too bad, I said to my in-laws. But then she started to tell me about the ugly problem lying beneath these beautiful water surfaces. Mining in this area started in the 90s. Since then, it has created 500 hectares of lakes. Not only taking away farmlands, these large water surfaces is evaporating the groundwater table, making the remaining farmland also drying up. And the lake that got left over, it's so steep and dangerous to get close to, leaving them unusable for the villagers. And this is the reason why. Now, this lake, the rehabilitation plan, is a 5-meter gap between the red plot line and the lake. It's focused on maximizing taking as much as possible, but not really thinking about what these lakes, the usage of them for the villagers, who will live with them for their lifetime. Wait, does that mean that we are trading construction of one place for the destruction of another? It doesn't sound fair. If mining is unavoidable, can we take less, use materials smarter, and even give back? This is my starting point of developing a new rehabilitation model that returns this mining lake to the villagers as a usable and valuable landscape. What if we are not only doing that 5 meters, but bringing in a diversity of lakeshore with different terrain profile and vegetation so that activity can come and habitat can flourish? And what about we see mining process as a landscape shaping process? Mining itself can be a resources to craft the rehabilitated, returning landscape as well, combining mining and rehabilitation into one integral approach. First step, to cut. Use mining itself to craft the lakeshore terrain we want at the end. Secondly, to fill. Backfill the topsoil and waste material back to the site and pave the new ground. And lastly, to cultivate, making wetland, forest, or meadow area so that different lakeshore can be made. Together, this widened lakeshore area, they have the capacity to retain rainwater and recharge the groundwater table. And in the dry season, farmers can use them for irrigation. But not everyone in the village farms. Therefore, I also propose part of this lake can be used for leisure purposes. A mining company can help me with that by returning even more. They can give back part of the material they have excavated to help me make this new lakeshore. What about a beach that uses sand reclaimed from mining with a gentle slope so that villagers can come to this area safely and take a dip? And what about a rocky shore with gravel and rocks and waste material that are not qualified for sale back to this area to make this natural and rough shoreline? And perhaps a riparian wetland that clean the water and the soil and making new habitat for the animals and fauna and flora in the area. My project is not about justifying mining. Instead, it's about reinventing it. If we cannot stop the demand or reverse the damage, why don't we use mining as a resource to craft the landscape, be responsible, and return it back to the villages? We have to be aware of where our material are coming from. Take less and use smarter. And if we really need to take, let's make sure we also give back. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so